Hi everyone, welcome back to Tamara Talks Tarot. I have lit my creativity candle. So cute. It actually says on it, allow me to explore new dimensions, discover new thoughts, ideas, and emotions, which is quite beautiful. And I am using today the Black Sea Tarot by Teresa Hutch. And I know she has a couple other decks out there. This one is my personal favorite. And let's see what message the universe has for the collective. This, again, is a timeless reading. I'm feeling inspired to film some timeless readings. So here we go. What does the universe want to tell the collective, please? Okay, first card, the Seven of Wands. You've been in a position lately where you've been feeling quite defensive, where you've needed to be protecting what is yours, protecting your turf, okay, your area, whatever that may be, whatever that may look like to you. So you've put up your boundaries and you're not taking, what's that saying? You're not taking any prisoners. I'm not doing it justice. I can't think right now. Essentially, you're sticking up for yourself. You're facing your fears. You're facing adversity. You know, you have your courage, your wits about you, and you're basically not putting up with anybody's BS. Okay, what is this all about, please? The Seven of Wands. Oh my gosh. Okay, the Page of Swords. Okay, that's a message. It can be quite piercing, perhaps. Okay, it could come out of the blue, and it could maybe be something that could be quite cutting, possibly. So some kind of communication coming in. And another card, oh, the Lovers, about a choice. Okay, a choice, something you don't like about something that's been communicated, or a choice that's come through and you have more clarity, perhaps. Maybe not all the answers or all the pieces to the puzzle just yet. The Knight of Wands almost wanted to come out but didn't quite, so we're just going to leave that in the deck. That's a very energetic, enthusiastic energy, we'll say. So the Seven of Wands, okay, are you blocking some kind of communication about a choice that you, I don't know whether you've been putting it off, it needs to be made, or something to do with a very important decision. So let's see, what else does the Seven of Wands, what is this about? Two cards. Wow, these cards really want to talk. The Star is at the bottom. So this is about beautiful guidance and healing, positive energy. The Knight of Pentacles, again, like another page. Oh, no, sorry. This is a page and this is a knight. Okay. Oh my gosh. And a page of, okay, so there are two pages. Maybe I thought I saw two pages and that's why I said that. The Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. So beautiful new opportunity. The Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. So this is somebody who has been like a turtle. I see a tortoise or a turtle, and it's like just slowly making its way. It's taken a long time, but it's still coming. New communication, new heartfelt expressions of love, possibly. This could be in the realm of a relationship, I want to say. So the Lovers doesn't have to be about that. It's about a choice. But I feel like based on the other cards, somebody in this relationship has been putting up their defenses. They need higher ground. They need to always stay above board. Not above board, that's not the right thing that I'm trying to say. That's about being honest and about being like in control. Someone needs to be in control. Somebody needs to be in control. But there are gifts to be had. Like there are gifts, beautiful gifts surrounding you. New possible like financial opportunities, creative opportunities, love opportunities. Remember, this doesn't have to be about another. This can be about yourself, right? Your self-worth and how you feel towards yourself. I have this saying, whether I made it up or saw it somewhere, I really can't say for certain, but the greatest love affair you will ever have is with yourself, or is the one you will have with yourself. Because, how you treat yourself, how you show up for yourself every day is going to translate into your relationships, right? The extension of yourself, where you allocate your energies, it's going to transcend into that. So, interesting. Let's find out more. Let's see, the star at the bottom. Clarity, please, for the pages of swords and cups and the Knight of Pentacles. What message is coming? Okay, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, new opportunities. So you might have to go somewhere for that, possibly, but this is all about networking and teamwork and hard work and showcasing your talents and your abilities. You're sort of like selling yourself in a way. Like, actually, this kind of makes sense for me too, but like, I'm sure this can make a lot of sense for a lot of you out there as well. I hope this does resonate. If it doesn't, don't worry. Just take what does and leave the rest. But yeah, the Three of Pentacles is very much about showing what you have to offer, your talents, right? Your work ethic. This is what's going to make you invaluable, right, to a team. The Four of Swords is about rest and recalibration. So it's kind of funny. It's like you want to put all your ducks in a row. I know these aren't ducks. These are pelicans. Storks? Pelicans? Sorry. There is a book, and I do need to check on that. These are geese, more like ducks, I suppose, if you want to, which one is closer to a duck. But essentially, you need to align. You need to, or realign. Maybe you're warding off really good opportunities that are coming in for you. And you're doing it, you're not doing it because you have to. It's like you feel like this is like a defense mechanism, maybe. Like you're doing it just out of habit. These things are coming your way, these beautiful new gifts and opportunities. Look at these pages. Beautiful. Some are coming in quicker than others. The Swords is swifter movement. The Cups is more gentle and more feminine, so a bit more receptive, right? Even the Pentacles is a more gentle, like feminine suit, just like the Cups. So this is beautiful, like working behind the scenes kind of energy to bring alignment into your life. Like it's almost like this pelican needs to come into alignment with the three that are already there for it to become perfect kind of union and harmony. And let's see, okay, bring more, the Devil's underneath. So I wonder if this, I keep going to the Seven of Wands. Are you getting in your own way? Possibly, right? Here's this beautiful choice. Could be a partnership of some kind. Does not have to be romantic. I was saying like a love, but I don't know so much. I think this is more of a creative nature, work-based, possibly. More clarity, please, on the Lovers. What is this Lovers card all about? The High Priestess. Use your intuition. Okay. We know what feels right to us. We know when we do something and it doesn't feel right. We know, like, we feel visceral, like, reaction to whatever that is. You know innately, intuitively, you know what your part of your purpose is anyway, if not all of your purpose. Like, some of us kind of know, like, okay, this is why I'm here, and other people are trying to still figure it out, and others are, it's a work in progress. But I feel like you need to look how they're so close to the surface, to the sun. Look how it's hard to see in the camera, but they're closing their eyes and they're just kind of lifting their heads up a bit. They can feel the warmth on the horizon. They can feel, they're so close to the surface. And here the wolf is on top of the water, like, or the water's behind the wolf with the big moon. Excuse me. And it's all about trusting in your instincts, trusting in your instincts, leading will they will follow where they lead, follow where they lead. Okay, the King of Swords. So you're using your tactical skills, you're strategizing, you're trying to think a few steps ahead, you're trying to foresee things like if they had to fall into place in a certain way, what could come about it. So let's just see. Oh my gosh, Two of Cups, a partnership, a choice that this doesn't have to be another person. I kind of feel like this could be you make the choice and then it just works so blissfully, so harmoniously, so seamlessly with the way you are, with what you want, with just it aligns. I feel like there's alignment here. Alignment. Okay? Alignment. Like the choice. See how they're not completely aligned because there's still a choice to be made? But look at that alignment. Look how beautiful they form. It's like a circle formation. And they're filling each other's cups like temperance, this beautiful harmony, balance. And this Four of Swords, look at that alignment that's nearly to completion. Like you're almost there. The Seven, you're fighting for your right. Like you're so close. You're so close. The High Priestess, trust your gut instincts. Okay, your intuition will never lead you astray. You know, you need to look in a different direction. You need to look towards the future and how you can be salvaging what you have and how you can be creating new experiences and building upon the kinds of things that you've worked for thus far. New communication. It's about communicating clearly and not being caught up in the things that are going to take you away from your ultimate goals. The Page of Cups, like new surprises, beautiful new, almost like little, it's like little blessings of love, of joy, of celebration, of just a newfound love that you have for yourself, a newfound appreciation that you have for yourself. Whether somebody is coming towards you or this is you yourself, everything that you've been doing has been like little bits, little bits, little bits, and it's taking its time and it hasn't quite become anything just yet. Not that it hasn't become anything, it's just not, it's still simmering, it's still building, it's still, okay, I need more insights, please. Whoops. The Hermit. Okay, I really feel like this reading is about the self. This is what I feel. The Hermit sort of solidifies that for me. It's all about going in, introspection. It's funny, I start this reading and I don't know where it's going to go. And then as I get into it and more into it, my energy, I can tell it's like, you know, it's becoming more and more elevated. Insight, look at that. The candle's burning, or the light, the lantern is lit. And there's contentment. It doesn't mean you have to be alone, and it doesn't mean you have to do what you're doing on your own. It doesn't mean that you can't ask for help, but it doesn't mean that you have to fly solo. It means that you have done something on your own where you have come into, you know, this doesn't necessarily have to represent people. It can be situations, of course, that involves people, but that have sort of blocked your path or obstacles in your way, and you're trying to navigate yourself through and around, and you're trying to just stay above everything, right? Because you just cannot be dragged under. Oh my God, as I said that, and I just looked after I said that, the 10 of Wands. So you've been feeling a lot of things like weight on your shoulders, and this particular energy, like, I mean, in this card, the rabbit, like, even though it can kind of see through the, I think they're called pussy willows. Tell me if I'm wrong, please. But anyway, they're like marshes, like they grow in like swampy areas or by like, you know, water and that. He can still sort of see through, but also if you just put it down and if you laid it to rest or he handed off some of that responsibility to someone else, he could then focus more on bringing about this beautiful, harmonious, succinct type of energy. Okay, let's do one more card, please. I don't want to make this reading too long. what else? Okay. Six of Cups. Okay. Yeah, harmony. I'm telling you, this reading is all about alignment. Things in your life are starting to align. They're not 100% there yet, but they're on its way. They're on its way. You have to love yourself. You have to tap into that inner child and take from that innocence, that creative nuance that is going to spark so much, so much. Let me just see here. We have, what's missing here? We have cups, we have pentacles, we have swords, only wand. Okay, so you know what I've noticed? Sorry, there's so many cards, it's hard to pick them all up, but I only have one wand's energy. And that tells me that you're missing the motivation, the drive, the fire inside of you, that spirit that is going to get things going, that's going to put things into motion and start putting things like into action, right? That's what's missing. I find there's a lot of behind the scenes here, slow moving with the pentacles, the swords, even though swords is a quick moving energy, the four is more about respite. So that's okay because that also taps into the hermit. You need to take your time out to replenish, to rejuvenate, and to also recalibrate and to reassess your situation. That's perfectly fine. If you have that time to do it and you are, fortunate enough, then that's great. Take full advantage. The Lovers. How many major arcanas do we have? 1, 2, 3. The Hermit, right? Yeah, that's pretty big. So we're talking about choices. We're talking about intuition. We're talking about introspection. We're talking about choosing yourself. We're talking about making your own dreams a reality and making them beautiful, because look at this at the bottom of the deck, the Empress. You need to live in your Empress energy, which means self-love. Self-love. Just a quick little thing before I leave. Everywhere you're looking, everything out there, it seems like we're inundated with a really unhealthy ideal, whatever that may be. And you have to just be so grounded not to succumb to this unhealthy ideal, because there is so much ickiness out there that we really need to focus on ourselves and be the best person that we can possibly be. And only then can we share that with someone else and have this beautiful chain reaction, so we can hopefully transform the darkness into light. Thank you so much. Let me know if this resonates.